Hiking Creator fans! Have you ever heard that it's recommended to drink plenty of water every day? Well, on this channel, we support that advice. So drink as much water as you can, because we'll need 8 caps from your bottles. Let's recycle a straw to help our friends, the turtles, and a long wooden stick. With these 3 materials ready, take the motor and the straw, insert the straw into one of the pivots of the motor, and put the wooden stick inside the straw to give it extra firmness. Put a dab of instant glue on the motor pivot to prevent it from slipping out of place. Use a ruler to measure a few centimeters and mark it with a pin. Use the gripping clamp that you got for Christmas to hold the stick, and cut along the mark we made with a saw. Once you have repeated these steps with the other side, we'll start using the bottle caps. First, measure one of the sticks attached to the engine with the short part of the ruler and mark it with your pin. Take a bottle cap and create a wide hole with the soldering iron. Once you have holes in 2 caps, put glue on the edge of the hole and insert both wooden sticks using our measurements as reference. Repeat this step on the opposite side. Move the motor and wheels aside to make space for this foam carpet. Place the motor on top and use the inner wheel to mark the size needed. Using scissors, cut the foam to the mark and remove the small piece. This piece will be used to wrap the middle section between the 2 wheels. And of course, we'll put glue on it to secure it tightly. And like most of the previous steps, repeat it on the other side. Eat an ice cream and save the stick. Put it on the foam map and mark its total length twice. Then you can get rid of it. Don't look at me like that. We had to measure the foam with something, right? After measuring the width, take the scissors and cut everything we've marked. Separate it from the rest and use it to mark another identical piece with the pen. Put it aside and cut the next piece out. Can you guess what the purpose of these foam strips will be? I'll give you a hint. They're commonly called caterpillar tracks. With both strips ready, use one of them to measure the length of the new strip. But this time it will be thinner. First, make some marks with the pen to keep track of where you have to cut, and then put those scissors to work. Always remember to be careful when using sharp tools. We wouldn't want any of our lovely subscribers to lose a finger. Separate the thin strip you just cut and place it on top of one of the wider strips. Don't forget to use super glue so that both pieces become one and the same. We'll magically replicate this last step with the second strip so that both look and function the same way. Take the wheeled motor and the popsicle stick. Did you really think I only use it to measure the length of the strips? It will be glued to the engine mainly to function as a structure or support for our all-terrain vehicle. Get a new straw. You can buy it or look for it in the trash. The latter option is the friendliest for the planet. Remember to recycle. After measuring and cutting, insert this pointy stick into one of the holes in the straw. Measure it and mark the distance between the 2 wheels. Cut it and do the same with the wooden stick. For this, we'll need the help of our powerful clamp again, and the saw. Use some of our super glue and attach the straw. Then insert the stick again. Take the stick out and using the other tires, mark the distance between them as a reference. Pierce the remaining lids with the soldering iron the same way we did to the first ones. Put them onto the stick using the marked lines and secure them with glue to avoid accidents. And guess what? You'll do the same with the opposite side. We aren't far from being able to see our automobile take on even the most hostile terrain. But first, we'll have to finish what we started with the foam strips a minute ago. Glue the thin strip onto the thick strip and bring the other one back. Glue both ends of the same foam strip together, making sure the thinner strip is facing inward. Do the same to the other strip. These will be what help us to overcome any obstacle that crosses our path, since they'll be the caterpillars of our car. Remove the entire front piece to make it easier to attach the bands, but not before using it to measure the maximum distance that the bands can be stretched. Place a cardboard stack on the mark. and glue the front piece to it with our beloved super glue. Find a syringe at your local pharmacy. We'll give you a completely different role to this medical utensil by transforming it into the rubber projectile launcher for our all-terrain vehicle. Just to give him something to defend himself with in case he needs it, borrow the motor from your fish's tank and then tell them you'll buy him a new one so they don't sue you. Connect a pair of wires to the motor pins and melt some solder on top to prevent them from coming loose. Use super glue on the motor's pivot to attach the syringe through its nozzle hole. Uh-oh, we've caught the attention of the law. But they're our friends and they've come to help us by lending us their remote control system, in exchange for us lending them our vehicle for their operations. For the electrical system, connect the blue and yellow wire to both pins of the wheeled motor, and the wires from the fish tank motor to the green and white wires. Don't forget to put batteries in, otherwise none of this will work. Glue the batteries to the toy motor, face down, and on top of that, the circuit of the whole system. Get another straw and make 2 marks on it to cut a small piece. This will serve as a support for our defense system. Place glue on the cardboard stack and the head of the motor to glue both the support bracket and our powerful and advanced anti-obstacle system. Are you ready? Let's get this baby moving! Not everyone has one of these in their garage. As a quality test, we've taken it to the harsh terrains of the road. It performs quite well on both asphalt and grass, not to mention its defense system. It will knock down any obstacle in its way. Three huge water bottles are blocking my path. Boom! Excuse me. A chunk of wood, piece of cake. Look cool and be free will be the motto of our new all-terrain vehicle. I might even make it a commercial. Or sign it up for those professional robot fights, the kinds where the participants are pushed into different traps in the arena until some become scrap metal. I have a lot of faith in it. For the next invention, we'll need you to take a pair of tongue depressors from the first doctor you see on the street. Glue one on top of the other with our super glue. With this ready, let's proceed to the fun part of the measurements. With a marker, make a line where you will cut. And get the tiny but mighty circular saw to do its work. Cover one end of a wooden stick in marker ink. Mark the end of the tongue depressor with the stick, and create a groove using the mark. The wooden stick should fit perfectly in this slot, and add some super glue to attach it. Then place the other tongue depressor in front of it and secure it to the structure. After sanding the end as you see on screen, create a hole in the vertical tongue depressor with our portable drill. And then enlarge it with a wider drill bit. Take the saw from your Fit Sisters smoothie, and with a ruler, measure at 10, 12, and 14 centimeters. Then have our scissor friends cut the pieces out. Put one of them in the hole we just made, and place the other one on the groove above. I hope you bought a whole bag of sticks because we'll need a few more. Place the sticks at the same angle as I have, and mark it. Then with the saw, cut off the excess parts of the stick. We'll need 2 of the same size, one for each side of the launcher. After you've placed them, apply some more super glue. Eat an ice cream in order to use the popsicle stick. Measure 2 sections of 3 centimeters each, marking them with a pin. Cut them with the power of your hand. Remove the leftover and keep only the 2 3-centimeter pieces. Glue them to the sides of our double flaming match launcher. Make 2 small pieces of wood with a small groove in them. Glue one in the center of where the 2 popsicle sticks are attached. Cut another 2 pieces on a wooden stick and look for this well-known Swiss tool. Surely your dad or grandpa has one. Back in the day, everyone loved them. With it, make a diagonal cut on one of the sticks. This will be placed on top of the piece that has the groove. These elastic bands will be used as a spring with the stick we just cut, and will obviously be the trigger. Since I'm tired of cutting wooden sticks, I'll just use my magic powers and make them appear with the snap of my fingers. Use glue and secure them to the long pole. Once this is done, we will have to mark the bases of both ends with a line in the center. Use these to create the small grooves where we'll put the rubber bands. Place the second band at the bottom in the same way. We're almost done. All that's left to do is put a bit of tape on the rubber bands to act as a grip. Remember I said flaming? I wasn't kidding. Glue the lighter to the handle of the launcher and you're done. Just place the band under the trigger. Here's a demonstration of its firepower. Look for the box of matches and try to use it outdoors. Load the launcher in both openings with our special ammunition. And pull the trigger to watch the matches fly. And if we turn on the special feature, this match is on fire. And this one too. By the way, have you seen my YouTube plaques? Thanks for watching our inventions made out of household items today. Follow my channel if you'd like to learn more about making simple yet incredible inventions. Also, click on the link to see more videos about my amazing inventions. Click on the link to subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss any of my videos. Thank you so much for watching this tutorial. Until next time,